The McCollum case relies on the Brown case. So if you haven't read the Brown case, go back and give it a look now. Basically, in that case, the court holds that the if the Commonwealth charges that the burglary was based on a particular type of intent, and the jury finds that that intent was not met, then it can't convict the defendant of burglary. It's one of the rare exceptions to our not really caring about inconsistent jury verdicts. This is a rare time in which the Pennsylvania courts do care about the consistency of jury verdicts in the Brown case. In McCollum, however, the court looks at a case in which we're considering whether the defendant's acquittal on the assault charge that provides the basis of his mens rea for the burglary, when that's not demonstrated, whether the jury could still convict him of the burglary charge. And what we see in this case is something very nice. We get a sense of how to go about actually proving these cases. You might be a little uneasy again with the inferences that we're allowed to draw, but it's kind of helpful to see what kind of proof will satisfy these mens rea terms. The court in McCollum says that if the person is attempting to unlawfully enter a dwelling or premises, house, that we can presume, we can infer, not presume, we can infer from that the entry was for an unlawful purpose. And if it's for an unlawful purpose, a criminal purpose, that's enough for burglary. So notice how remarkable that inference, or that permissible inference, becomes. That we know that trespass is a much lesser crime. We look at the burglary statute. The burglary statute doesn't even have a mens rea term. It's merely that you are trying to enter a place that you're not privileged to be. If you're doing that unlawfully, the court says we can infer that you're doing that with a criminal purpose. And so therefore you have burglary. So from a simple trespass into a structure, we can infer burglary. And burglary, if the structure is occupied or is sometimes occupied, even if it's not now, that's a class 1 felony. So this is both helpful, this presumption, or this rather, I keep saying presumption, I mean inference. This inference is both helpful and a little frightening, that trespass to a structure alone can support a conviction of burglary.